www.nataus.org/supersinger2020. Email natasinger2020@nataus.org.
Welcome to Yoga and You, the mantra for life. I am your instructor Kamini. I would like to take you on this beautiful journey towards health and happiness.
Sri Mahaganathipataye Namaha. Prano Devi Saraswati Vadevirvajanivati Dhinamavitriyato Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Mama Agni Vacho Vihave Svastvayandvendhanasthanapam Pushema Mahyan Namantam Pradeshchadastraspaya Dhyakshena Pratanajayema. मम देवा विहवे सन्तु सर्व इन्द्रावन्तो मरुतो विष्णुरग्निः मम अन्तरिक्षमृगोपमस्तु मह्यं वादः पवतां कामे अस्मिन् मयि देवा द्रविणमालिलन्तां मयि आसीरस्तु मयि देवहूतिः दैव्या होतारामणिषन्त पूर्वे रिष्टाः स्यामदनुवा सुवीराः मह्यं यजन्तु मम यानि हव्याकोतिः सत्या मनसो मे अस्तु येनो मानिगाङ्कतमच्चनाहं विश्वे देवासोऽधिपोचता मे देवी हररुणकृणोतु विश्वे देवासहवीरयध्वम् माहास्महि पृथिव्या मातनोभिर्मारथामद्विषते सोमराजन् अग्निर्मण्यं पुरस्तादनुद्धो गोपाः परिपाहिनस्त्वम् प्रत्युञ्जो इन्द्रविपदः पुनस्ते मयिषां चित्तं प्रबुधा विनेशतो दादातृणां भवनस्य स्पदर्देवगोसरिताभिमादिशाहम् इमं यज्ञमस्मिनो भा बृहस्पतिर्देवाः पान्तु यजमान्यद्धात् रुद्रजानो महिषः शर्म यमोहृतस्मिनवे पुरुहूतः पुरुक्षो सनः प्रजाये हर्यस्फुटयेन्द्रमानो वीरिशोमापराधाः सपत्नापदे भवन्त्याग्निजामोहामहेतान् असवो रुद्रादित्यामधिराजमक्रन् अर्वाञ्चमिन्द्रमुतो हवामहे योगो चित्तनजितस्वजित्यः इमन्नो यज्ञं सत्यो जातप्रपद्यामि सत्यो जाताय वै नमो नमः भवस्त्वमाद्भवाय नमः वामदेवाय नमो ज्येष्ठाय नमः श्रेष्ठाय नमो नमः कालाय नमः करणाय नमो नाय नमो बलाय नमो बलप्रमदनाय नमः सर्वभूतनाय नमो भोरेभ्यो भोरभोदरेभ्यः सर्वेभ्यः स्तोत्ररूपेभ्यः पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्रः प्रचोदयात् ईशानः सर्वविद्यानाम् ईश्वरः सर्वभूतानां
Thank you, Andy. Now, I would like to ask introductory note about the World Environment Celebrations by Jignasa Director Bhargav. Jignasa is the largest professional student and youth network of Telugu states. Please give about the World Environment Celebrations. వినపడట్లే భార్గవ్ 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 వినపడట్లేదు మీ మైక్ భార్గవ్ unmute yourself భార్గవ్
Ma'am, we can't see you, ma'am.
Bhargav. Sumant.
He's unmuted.
It's not working. Okay.
He's unmuted, my friend.
Okay, let's Jay Taluri Garu is the chairman of Hallmark Global Companies. He heads a global conglomerate that deals in multiple businesses IT, healthcare, and finance, and an IT professional turned entrepreneur. Under his leadership, the company has consistently grown in capacity, influence, revenue, and people workforce to excess of 500. He is associated with Tana for more than 16 years. He started his volunteer work in 2001 and he held various positions at the Tana Foundation for 8 years, not only in the US but also in the homeland. He played an active role in the development of organization's ambitions. I would like to int- um, I would like to ask Jay Garu to give words.
Thank you, Sirisha. Currently more than chairman of Hallmark Global Technologies and the president of HONA. Once again, thanks for your kind words. Today's chief guest, respected Honorable Governor of Telangana, Dr. Tamalasai Sundararajan, Mr. Raja Kartikeya, guest of honor, Congressman Mr. Raja Krishnamurthy, Congressman Mr. T. Sauji, Speaker of New York State Assembly, Mr. Paul Hesti, Justice Thomas Naidu, High Court Mumbai, Subramanian IAS Deputy Social Justice New Delhi, Mr. Ramchandra Murthy, Advisor to Government of Andhra Pradesh, special guest, Mr. R. Chauhan, Chief Conservator of Forest, Telangana State, Mr. G. Fanindra Kumar Rao, IFS, Chief Conservator of Forest, Kerala, and other dignitaries who grace the occasion with their esteemed presence, functionaries of the celebrations and participants in the virtual competitions, and my fellow Tana leadership and Tana members. Good morning and good evening to you all. Happy World Environment Day to all of you. When we want to be happy, environment must be happy. So we should ensure happy environment, which ensure happy mankind. I want to recite a poem that I like the most. దేశ సేవ చేయు ధ్యాస ఉన్న మాతృభూమిపై మమకారమే ఉన్న దేశ సేవ చేయు ధ్యాస ఉన్న వందనాలు వద్దు వాగ్దానాలు వద్దు మొక్క నాటబోయి ఒక్కటైనా. What it says is, if you love your country, మాతృభూమిపై మమకారమే ఉన్న, and if you want to service your country, if you దేశ సేవ చేయు ధ్యాస ఉన్న వందనాలు వద్దు వాగ్దానాలు వద్దు. You don't have to promise anything, you don't have to do anything big. Just plant one tree that do enough service to this nature. That is the meaning of this poem. Duly recognizing the paramount importance to preserve and protect the environment, the UN has been celebrating June 5th every year since 1974 as World Environment Day. The intention behind this celebration is to create awareness about the significance of the nature. Last year, the theme was Beat Air Pollution, whereas this year, the slogan has been Biodiversity. It shows a holistic approach to combat main environmental issues like climate change, pollution, and environmental degradation caused due to freshwater depletion, overfishing in oceans, deforestation, and species extinction. I would like to bring it to the kind notice of the world citizens at their critical juncture, the forgotten fact that this Mother Earth has not been created exclusively for human beings. It is a combined abode for all animate and inanimate objects. But we, with our avariciousness, encroached into the habitats of all other animals, birds, creatures, creepers, trees, whatnot. Every part of the global ambience. But we are safely ignoring the climate obliteration of life on the earth. It is the sad part of human intelligence. We are cutting the branch where we are something comfortably sitting safely. I tell you, we the human beings don't have any right to harm even to a blade of grass, even to a pretty creature like a squirrel, even to a small bird like Skylar. Because it has been told in our scriptures, Atma Sarva Bhutani. What it means is every living creature is endowed with soul, which is nothing but replica of the absolute soul in God. I feel harming nature is harming our future. Endangering environment is endangering the survival of life, leading to total catastrophe, like what we are facing right now for past 4 months. We are staying home doing, so many people lost their lives. So many people lost their lives. Whole world on their knees because of the catastrophe that what we are facing causing this. I feel proud that Congress, along with Jignasa, is conducting competitions in 11 areas related to environment. You know how many participants are participating in this? More than 5,000 participants are participating in this event from 20 different countries to create awareness about the dire consequences that the human world is going to face. If at all the environment is ignored, it is high time to put our heads and laws together to save the nature, which will save us. Which will save us. Ruksho Rakshiti Rakshitaha. We save the trees, they will save us. Become the spirit of the movement. I wish you all the best, all the participants, and I thank Sirisha and Anna team, and also Bhargav from Jignasa and his team, and other organizers, and the mentor Vijay Bhaskar Garu, too, for this event. And thank United Nations for your support. Once again, I wish all the best to all the participants. Thank you all. Now, I would like Sirisha Tunuguntla to introduce our Honorable Governor of Telangana, Dr. Tamilisai Sundar Rajan Garu, to this meeting. Thank you very much, Madam, for attending this. Thank you.
Thank you, Sri Jay Talluri Garu, for your kind words and the motivation to all of us. As a lady, it's my privilege to speak few words about the Honorable Governor of Telangana, Srimati Tamilisai Soundararajan, Madam. Madam was born on June 2nd, 1961 in Nagarsuar. It is so coincident that the date of birth of Madam Governor and the state of Telangana is one and the same. Madam Governor has done MBBS studies in Chennai and also worked as assistant professor in Ramchandra Medical College. Her father worked as a member of parliament and served the country in different capacities. In 1999 onwards, she has been working as a political activist, and in 2001, she became state secretary for BJP medical wing. And in 2005, held the post of convener for South Indian medical wing. In 2007, Madam has been elected as BJP State General Secretary, and 2013 she worked as All India BJP National Secretary. And 2014 she was elected as State President of BJP Party. The popular saying behind every successful man, there will be a woman. But here we have a woman who is behind the successful state, who is a real friend, philosopher, and guide to the government of Telangana. Now I request Her Excellency Governor Tamilisai to address the group.
Nakam, Namaskaram. Good morning to all my brothers and sisters at US, and good evening for all my brothers and sisters in India. I'm really very happy to inaugurate this celebration of environment, and I wish all the nature lovers who have been associated with this program who have been linked in this program. And I wish all of you a very happy Environment Day, which is celebrated on June 5th every day. And UN have given the topic this year as it is time for nature. I want to start my inaugural address by quoting our Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji, who is a lover of nature, saying that he says, it is apt to quote here his words. We, the present generation, have the responsibility to act as a trustee of the rich natural wealth for the future generations. The issue is not merely about climate change, it is about climate justice. I want to quote the words of Sri Rabindranath Tagore. Rabindranath Tagore says, we go out with full intensity to see the mountains, to see the oceans, but we fail to step out of our door to see the young dew which is on the blade of a young grass. So love the nature at the doorsteps. So I want to enlighten each and everyone about the nature. So I have created my room with all flowers, plants, and trees, so that this is a message conveyed to the viewers as well as the youngsters. Please save our nature. We now grumble. We are facing so much of natural calamities. We kill the caterpillars and we complain there are no butterflies. We are killing the caterpillars. We need butterflies. We need butterflies, so we should not kill the caterpillars. So what we are doing? We are viewing our nature. We are worried about nature. The nature of our future depends on future of our nature. We always fail to visualize this. Trees. We are cutting the trees, but trees are our friends. It is said a tree can purify the air which is polluted by a car which runs for 4,000 miles. And neem tree planted near our house, near our window, can replace the air conditioner, and that can give oxygenation than the electronic gadgets which we use. But we fail to identify our trees. We are cutting our trees. The trees are for our human well-being, for our mental well-being, for our social well-being. How? The trees, when the trees are planted, when the forest cover is more, a study at New York says, after in the post-surgery ward, instead of leaving a brick, if he sees a tree, if the brick is removed, and if a tree is visualized, then his recovery rate is much faster than he confined in a room. How it is useful for mental well-being? It is said in Japan, they are telling prescribe the forest walking, because walking in a forest, it gives the mental well-being. And apart from that, what is social well-being? A study in Baltimore says increase in the forest cover by 20% has reduced the crime rate by 12%. So it may be due to economy or it may be due to well-being. So the trees which are giving physical well-being, mental well-being, and the social well-being, we are not bothered about the trees. What we have to teach our children? We have to teach our children to take care of small things. Take care of small things, then the great things will take care of itself. Don't waste water. We are opening the tap, and for washing our hands, we are opening the tap fully. Few drops is necessary. So from today, we teach our children, please open the half tap. Few drops necessary to wash your hands. When we move out of a room, teach them to switch off the lights, because the lights are not harmful only to the environment. The economy also wasted. So we will teach our children to switch off the lights. When we go to the shops, let us use reusable bags, because the avoiding plastic is protecting the nature, protecting the ocean, protecting the animals, protecting the mother earth. So we will teach them to take reusable bags. Replace the harmful lights with eco-friendly bulbs. We will do that. And we will cultivate kitchen garden. We will take more vegetables. We will take fishes, and we will replace meat. So it's eco-friendly. So we will protect our animals. So small things we will teach our children. Mahatma Gandhi, when he saw a snake beside him when he was on a tour, when everyone came to kill that snake, he told, but for the life of a snake, for myself, I don't want to kill a snake, even though it's poisonous. Another thing he says, seeing a snake, everyone want to kill it, thinking that every snake is poisonous. There are non-poisonous snakes. Even poisonous snakes, they won't hurt you unless you hurts you. So, a great man like our father of nation don't want to kill even a poisonous snake. He says, I can sacrifice my life for want of to save this snake. So you can imagine how our great leaders wanted to protect the nature, protect the animals, protect the birds. I want to narrate an incident in the life of Srimati Sarojini Naidu. When she was imprisoned in the freedom struggle, she was conveyed that she can go away because her prison tenure has ended, so her punishment days are over, so she can go away today. She told, please give me a single day, so I will stay for another day. Everyone was surprised, even the jailer was surprised. He thought everyone will like to immediately go away from the prison when the tenure ends, when the punishment ends. But she is asking another day. She told, I have planted a rose at the backyard of this prison. It is now budded. Tomorrow it will bloom. I will see it and grow. That's how our leaders view the nature. But we think that nature is our enemy. We want to crush it. We want to abolish it. We want to rape it. But see the environment and the nature as our friends. Now you have to think about pollution. This is era of COVID. Now we are hesitant to breathe our natural oxygen, but we roam with mask. A study says killing the forest actually improves the zoonotic diseases, increase the incidence of zoonotic diseases. Even diseases like malaria, the intensity is more when forests are destroyed. Please, to safeguard our well-being, to safeguard our mental well-being, to safeguard our social well-being, we have to protect the nature. We can see the flowers, how it is improving our mood, so that we can be happy seeing the flowers. We can see happy seeing the leaves. It is said, even inside the houses, you can have eco-friendly plants. For example, the snake plant, like this, it can emit more oxygen in the night. So these plants can be kept inside the bedrooms. Another study says the friendly lilies can absorb the dirties, impurities in the air. So it can be kept in the kitchen. It can be kept in the washrooms. So let us have our friendly plants around us. Let us start liking our future, the nature, which gives future to us. Then wastewater management. It is said the water get wasted from the municipality of Mumbai can cultivate lakhs and acres of land. Why you want to waste the water? So let us preserve the nature, let us preserve the water resources, let us preserve the trees, let us preserve the plants, let us preserve the animals who are friendly towards us, let us preserve the birds, let us preserve our land, let us preserve our earth. I request each and everyone to be friendly with our nature and celebrate the nature. Because if we celebrate the nature, nature will celebrate us. But if we harm the nature, we face tsunamis, we face cyclones, and when we are not kind to the nature, nature cannot be kind to us. So let us all be kind to the nature. And as I said, the nature of our future depends on the future of our nature. Let us all celebrate the Environment Day very happily, and let us all hug the trees. And I am really happy to get associated with this program, because this program, a competition has been announced, and a list of competitions has been announced, like hugging the trees, planting the trees, and loving the nature, and reciting the poems, whatever may be. Let the children take part in all the competitions, and let us all celebrate the nature with our wholehearted beauty mind, so that we can celebrate the beauty of this nature. And I want to enlighten all the youngsters who are participating in that. Save our water, save electricity, save our energy, so that save the earth. We have nowhere to go. We have to save our earth. We have no other place to go. Don't be greedy. It is time to be greeny. Don't be greedy. It is time to be greeny. And nature of our future depends on the future of our nature. Plant a tree and get the oxygen free, because it is the era of free gifts. Let us get free oxygen by planting a tree. Let us all get blessed by blessing our nature and be friendly with the nature. The nature will be friendly with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam. It's our pleasure. And Tana, we are honored to have you here for this meeting. And thank you for your wonderful and inspirational, insightful speech. And we thank you from this event. And once again, we are so privileged to have you here. Thank you.
Speaking next is a person who is the Political Affairs Officer in the United Nations Secretariat, Mr. Raja Kartikeya, an active writer, speaker, and advocating policy challenges. In 2018, he became the first Indian to cross the Arctic and Antarctic circles in 1 year to raise awareness about climate adaptation. Next, I request Mr. Raja Kartikeya to address the group.
Thank you. Thank you, Suresh Garu.
Please turn on your video.
Are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Your Excellency, Madam Governor, His Excellency, Speaker of the New York State Assembly, Honorable Congressmen, distinguished delegates from Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, and children and participants from across the globe. Thank you for this opportunity today to speak to you. I must say that when I was approached by the Telugu Association of North America to speak in this distinguished event, I was wondering whether to talk to you about the Sustainable Development Goals and how the UN has made 2020 the decade of action. The last 10 years before 2030 that we have to attain the Sustainable Development Goals, one of which, probably the most important one, is climate action. I was wondering if I should speak to you about the various governance challenges that we have and the challenges that we have to bring consensus among UN member states on the issue of climate change, despite the Paris Accord. But I felt, given the limitations of this medium, I should do something different. A little bit of show and tell, if you'll indulge me. I'd like to just show you this rock, which looks rather strange, I admit. But the strangest, this is a rock from Antarctica. Now, the strangest thing about this rock It's not the fact that it's from Antarctica and not even the way it looks, but actually the fact that I even found it. This rock should have been under a few feet of ice in the time when we visited Antarctica. So in 2017, 18, 19, when I crossed the Arctic and Antarctic circles, I started off as someone with a blank slate of mind to see firsthand what is the impact of climate change on our planet. And I must tell you that I don't have good news. Where there have been miles of sea ice, we see nothing but water. Where there should have been a few feet of thick ice and snow, we see acres and acres of green moss and lichen. And we see this impact. In fact, even before us, the first ones to notice this impact are the birds and other wildlife that exists in this area. For example, the Arctic terns, which return to Antarctica every year. You know, the Arctic terns are probably the only birds that never see winter because they nest in the summer and lay eggs in the northern in the Arctic Circle, and then they fly all the way to the Antarctic Circle for around the time of around November in order to stay there. Because as you know, when it is winter for us in the northern hemisphere, it's summer in the southern hemisphere. So, and then they fly all the way back the next season to lay eggs in the Arctic. But what we started noticing is that the Arctic terns have started arriving in Antarctica earlier every year. So that now we started seeing Arctic terns even in October, which is hardly the onset of summer, which should not be the onset of summer in Antarctica. In other words, summer is increasing and the birds are able to tell the difference. We have, what we saw was black ice. It's a phenomenon that's extremely rare that was extremely rare once upon a time. Black ice is actually, I mean, it's an oxymoron, it's a contrast in terms. How can ice be black? But this is ice from the bottom of glaciers, from the very bottom of glaciers, which is so pure that you can see the reflection of the sea, the ocean underneath it. Normally, it is so rare that even seasoned explorers say that they have hardly seen it once or twice in their lifetime. I'm talking about explorers going back 100 years, and yet now black ice is everywhere in the Antarctic Ocean, everywhere. This is not normal. So climate change is very real, and should anybody doubt that human beings have a role to play in climate change, then I'll be happy to provide an itinerary for where to go. And I'm sure this little rock has its own story to tell in this regard. I work with the United Nations, but I'm also a citizen of India, Telugu Anni. Mana సంయుక్త రాష్ట్రాల్లో అంటే సంయుక్త రాష్ట్ర ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్లో మా 10 ఏళ్ల క్రితం మనం చూసాం ఒక 2005-2015 మధ్యలో 40% 40% భారతదేశంలో జరిగిన అన్ని ఎన్వైరన్మెంట్ స్టార్మ్స్ కానివ్వండి, హీట్ వేవ్స్ కానివ్వండి, 40% of them Telangana, Andhra Pradesh లోనే జరిగాయి. This is not normal. The fact that 2/5 of extreme climate events, and in fact even 10 days ago there was a study by the University of Hyderabad that was published, which says that which shows how there is the occurrence of extreme rainfall events and the occurrence of heavy rainfall during such extreme rainfall events is likely to increase by 20 to 25% in Telangana and Tamil Nadu because of reasons of increasing urbanization. And this is where I must speak a little bit about the role of people. We have done enormous progress as a human race. We live in multi-storied buildings. We have air conditioners. We have the fact that we are able to talk across the globe today through this technology says something. some things that our grandparents could not even dream about, or perhaps could never have imagined. And yet, we saw, as we saw during the recent lockdown, how society would be shaken by the movement of a few tens of thousands of people. When we saw the movement of migrants across the country during the lockdown, we saw the sheer desperation writ on the faces of people who were unable to, who lost their jobs and who were unable to pursue livelihoods during a crisis. Now, this was a sudden shock crisis. But imagine if this was to be played out again, over and over again. Imagine we had as 15 million going across the state, biggest across the state. In the next 30 years, after the turning of climate change, what would happen then? Let's ponder for a moment on not just the economic costs of this, but on the social and political upheaval that would follow. This is why a lot of the policies that we have today, while they're extremely good and they're very important, I feel sometimes that they fall short. The states of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh have been pioneers in India in drafting climate action plans. Telangana also has a climate adaptation plan. And we see, and has identified 10 major sectors in which adaptation measures need to be undertaken. And yet, perhaps we need to also look at climate change as not just an issue that affects agriculture and industry, but perhaps also as an issue that affects law and order. What would be the impact of the movement of people across state boundaries? What would be the impact of the return of citizens of a state from other states? And even perhaps of our of expat workers who are working in other parts of the world back to their home states. Should we look at climate change then? Perhaps is it time for climate change to become an electoral issue in India? Is it perhaps time for climate change to be seen as a priority to be taught in high schools as a separate subject altogether to our students? What we know this from our traditions is that unless we learn from the past, we cannot plan for the future. As Madam Governor said, the nature of our future depends on the future of our nature. And what we see is that our future generations are already aware of this. They're already telling us. I see my 9-year-old niece telling me to switch off the lights, to talk about the importance of conserving nature. But perhaps we're a little slow to learn, and yet there is no more critical time for us to learn and plan and act. If there is one thing that the Corona crisis has told us, it is that we need. In fact, you saw during the Corona crisis how we saw changes in the environment, how we saw wildlife, coming out, how we saw pollution levels, air pollution levels going drastically down in Delhi. We saw these changes. So what this crisis is actually a reminder to us that we need the earth much more than the earth needs us. So with that thought, I would like to heartily compliment the Telugu Association of North America and Jigyasa, and for organizing this event and for trying to raise awareness amongst our coming generations on the issue of climate change and on the importance of protecting our environment. Thank you, and happy World Environment Day to all of you. Namaskar.
Thank you, Mr. Rajakarthikeyan, for coming and giving us your wonderful insight about environment. We are honored to work with you on this Environment Day, and Once again, thank you for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Raja Karthikeyan. So it's immense pleasure to have you. As Telugu youth, we are very proud to associate with you, and your insights are very much valuable. So definitely, we would work for the sustainable environmental protection as you have intended for. So now we take the opportunity of inviting Tom Swaji, the youngest congressman and the youngest mayor of Glencoe, New York. So he has been elected for 3 consecutive times, a great supporter of Indian community and a well-wisher of Globe. So Tom Swaji is always a visionary, and he always inspires youth across Globe on various issues of social and ecological prominence. Sir, we are very proud to have you here, sir. Thank you very much for joining from United States to address all of us on this eve of World Environment Day. I request Tom Swaji, sir, to go ahead with the address, please.
Dhanyawadalu. Thank you. I appreciate it very much. Namaskaram to all my friends out there, to our friends from the UN who just spoke, and to the governor. We appreciate the invitation to join all of you. I want to especially thank Jay Talluri, from the president of the Telugu Association of North America. I think there's a little bit of echoing going on. Are we okay? Okay. I think you have to people have to all put their phone on mute while I go, or it's going to echo.
Go ahead, Tim.
So I want to just say that very difficult times that we're facing right now, it's important that we remember those things that are the most important in our lives. Our values are. And that's why the relationship between our two countries, the United States and India, is so important right now, because we share values regarding respect for individuals, rule of law, regarding democracy, regarding the modern economic world. And it's especially important that we build a partnership now that's stronger than ever regarding the need to address climate change and the environment in general. This is a real global threat that we face in our world. When we think of who's right nearby India, they're one of the largest manufacturers of solar panels in the world. And but they have built so much new coal-fired plants in the past couple of years that it's negating all the efforts to try and do anything with solar power. So we really need to have a bond between the United States and India to make sure that we can emphasize the need to address climate change. Why do we need to address climate change? We need to address climate change because we have a moral obligation to protect and enhance the divine creation that is the earth, our air, our land, our sea. We have a moral obligation to do that to ourselves and to our youth and to the earth itself. But then it's important for us economically. There's tremendous economic opportunity in moving to a green economy, and to doing so, to build those industries in our countries in ways that can be economically successful, can put people to work in converting existing energy production and existing energy to more green uses. But probably the most important thing, more than the moral obligation, more than the economic opportunity, is the importance regarding international relations. Climate change has a negative effect on certain populations, on poor people, on people living in coastal areas, in people being swamped by the effect on water supply. When you think about what's the largest human crisis with human refugees in the world today, it's probably out of Syria. How did Syria start? Syria started with a drought, where people in a 98% agricultural economy had a drought, and people streamed from the countrysides where they couldn't possibly live because there was a drought into the cities. And they said, please, we want to work. Please give us a place to work. And no one would help them. The government wouldn't help them. And people said, we have to do something about this. And it was right at the same time that the internet was becoming popular. And people started saying, hey, we have to overthrow this government. They don't care about us. We're starving to death. We have these droughts. We've lost all of our crops. There's no jobs available here. We're an agricultural economy. And that started a revolution. And then the Syrian government decided to start killing its own people. They killed 500,000 people, and there are millions and millions of refugees, 10 million, all throughout that region and throughout the world now because of that. Started with a drought. And there are droughts taking place in other places in the world. There are places where the sea levels are rising, and it's having a dramatic impact on the quality of life. There's saltwater intrusion coming in for places that wells are no longer safe to produce drinking water. So we have so many things that we have to do. We must work together. And we need to build alliances with people that share our values and respect for each other as human beings, as individuals, respect for the law, respect for the best system of the economy, but at the same time, respect for our earth. They all are tied together hand in hand with each other. Been in public life. You mentioned I was the mayor of my hometown, Glen Cove. That was in 1994. That was 26 years ago. And I was the mayor of my hometown for 8 years. I was the county executive of my county for 8 years. I actually ran for governor of New York. I lost that race to Elliot Spitzer. He didn't turn out very well for him either. I was in the private sector. Now I've been in Congress for the past 4 years. I serve on the Ways and Means Committee. I was on Foreign Affairs and Armed Services. And I understand that to change things, we need to embrace each other and work together. And during my, Al Gore gave me an award when I was the mayor of Glen Cove for being a model up polluted sites. I was man of the year for all of New York State for the New York State League of Conservation Voters. I'm endorsed by every environmental group during my reelection campaigns, of which I have one going on right now. I have a primary, a Democratic primary on June 23rd. So I just ask that we all work together. Thank all of you for putting this together. Again, Dhanyavadalu and Namaskaram, Namaste. It was great meeting with all of you. I want to thank my good friend Shaker and his wife Bharti for teaching me how to say Dhanyavadalu. And I want to wish everyone the best. And please, let's work together to try and make the world a better place to live in. Peace to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Congressman Tom Sergi. And it's a pleasure and privilege here. I know you're a big friend of Indian community. You're always coming and addressing our gatherings and helping us. Even when we had the situation with the students with the Farmington University, Congressman Tom Sergi was the first person who came forward and given a letter to the Senate to help our students here from the Farmington University. Once again, thank you for joining us, Congressman Tom Sergi. Thank you.
Dhanyavadalu.
Really, we are blessed to have you, sir. We are happy to hear our Telugu words from your mouth. So thank you for greeting all of us with wonderful Telugu words. That shows how hospitable you are towards world. So thank you very much for patronizing and for promoting Telugu people and Telugu youth in America. So on behalf of India, from all of us, so we thank you for your amazing support, sir. Thank you. And next, we have Justice Dama Sheshati Naidu Garu. He is
Bhargav, before doing that, we have one appointment. Let's call him. Okay. Speaking next is a person who is Congressman Raja Krishnamurthy, was elected in November 2016 to represent the 8th District of Illinois, which includes the west and northwest suburb of Chicago. Raja serves on the Oversight Committee, for which he is also the chairman on the Subcommittee on Economic and Consumer Policy, as well as the House Intelligence Committee. In addition to this committee work, Raja was selected as an assistant whip and served on the Steering and Policy Committee. Next, I request Mr. Raja Krishnamurthy to address the group.
Raja, you have to unmute your phone. You're muted. You're still muted. There we go.
Good morning, Bagunara. Namaskaram, and it's so nice to see Tom Swazi. Thank you for joining us. He's a very good friend, and I want to just say a special thank you to Jay, Sirisha, Bhargav, and everybody at Thana for having today's wonderful Zoom event. It's so nice to be with you virtually. I can't wait to be with you in person. And I think it's fair to say that Thana is one of the most influential advocacy organizations in America, and especially for Indian Americans. And so I'm so honored to be with you. I also want to thank you so much for highlighting the India-US relationship and the strength of it, the depth of it, the breadth of it, and how we can strengthen it. And we will continue to every single day with my friends like Congressman Swazi and so many others. We will continue to grow it and make sure that the India-US relationship strengthens. My third and final point is this, which is thank you for highlighting the importance of the environment, how we can all collaborate and cooperate to make it cleaner and to make our economies more friendly to the environment. I'm so proud that my first resolution in Congress was to make sure that we remained a part of the Paris Climate Accords. I'm so proud to have been a small businessman before I came to Congress, where we researched and developed solar cell technology. And so because of that passion, I helped to co-found the Bipartisan Solar Caucus. And we're going to continue to expand our efforts there, and we're going to do more. And thanks to the partnership of Thana and all of you who are on this Zoom call, I'm confident that in the coming year and next year, especially as we evolve in our leadership in this country, we will continue to make great strides with India. So overall, I just want to say thank you to all of you. It's so nice to be with a group of people who can pronounce my name properly. And it's so nice to be with people who care as much about the environment as you do. So thank you so much, and God bless all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Raja. And thank you for coming and gracing this event. And Raja is, I'm proud that he's an Indian and he became the congressman here. And he's always supporting everything that what is doing. And also I am affiliated to another organization called IT Serve. And for that association also, he's always giving his advice and support to us. Once again, thank you, Raja, for coming here and gracing this evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Jay. Take care, my friends.
Thank you.
Thank you, Raja, sir. Thank you very much for your very insightful address to the Indian community joined across the world. Thank you very much. Now, I take the opportunity of inviting Justice Dama Sheshadri Naidu Garu, High Court Judge, High Court of Bombay. Justice Dama Sheshadri Naidu Garu, apart from being a senior judicial officer, he is always a people's man. People, wherever he worked, even though he is indirectly connected to people, he always is very much close to people through his judgments. When he worked as the senior judge in Kerala High Court, the people of Kerala were very much connected to him, that they could not tolerate him. They could not tolerate him being transferred to next location. So they resisted that the government should not transfer Justice Dama Sheshadri Naidu Garu, which is an unusual fact that happens in the case of judges. Dama Sheshadri Naidu Garu, apart from being a great philanthropist, a great judge, he is a great literary person, and he always loves reading philosophy and spreading philosophical thought among youth. So indeed, we are very much privileged, sir, to have you. He is a man of simple living and high thinking. So I take the privilege of inviting Justice Dama Sheshadri Naidu Garu, Judge, High Court of Maharashtra, Bombay. Sir, please.
Go to the next guest. I think joining us later.
Yeah. And next, we have another great personality, Sri
Ask Redis.
Ramachandramurthy Garu. Sir is a renowned journalist and a renowned name to every person who aspires his career into social life in the states of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. He's a great motivator and motivator to motivators. So many great motivators and personality development trainers of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana states, they take his name as a life giver and a role model. So Sri Ramachandramurthy Garu, apart from being a great man of media, he is also a man of masses. So he always likes to point out the core root issues that people are facing, like as said by Mahatma Gandhi, Antyodaya. So he always focused on uplifting the last person of the society. And right now, we are very fortunate, the state of Andhra Pradesh is very fortunate to have Ramachandramurthy Garu as the advisor to the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh. So I request Sri Ramachandramurthy Garu, a man of wisdom and a walking encyclopedia, to address today on the eve of World Environment Day 2020. Sir, please.
Good morning and good evening. Thank you for the nice words said about me. We have been staying at home for the last 2 months because of a virus. The reason for the virus is that the human beings have become Bhasmasuras. We are destroying the nature and we are, in the name of development, occupying the forest areas and we are felling trees, and that's the reason why we are in this condition now. And biodiversity is the key word that human beings should remember. When we think that we are the owners of this earth, we are committing a blunder. We are only guests. There are so many other species along with us habitating here. So we should respect the earth. We should respect trees. Trees give us oxygen. They take carbon dioxide. They absorb carbon dioxide to give us oxygen. We are felling such trees. In the name of plantation, the government spend a lot of money and chief ministers and ministers go and plant saplings. But they don't water them. They don't find out later what happened to them. Every year this tamasha goes on. We should be sincere in what we are doing. We should remember what Tolstoy said. The primary condition for happiness is to preserve the link between man and nature. We shall not break it. This should be a part of our life, that we should plant, we should water the plant, and we should promote the well-being of all species. We should not kill. The other day, an elephant was killed in Kerala, a pregnant elephant. So such things should not happen. So the people should be made aware of the importance of nature. If we try to the virus that cannot be seen is stopping the activity of the whole world, we should not allow it to happen. For that, we should go back to nature, back to basics. We should preserve nature. We should protect nature. We should love nature. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for your very insightful and thought-provoking address. Definitely, we, the youth of both Telugu states and youth who have joined from across the world would definitely take your words and would work to preserve and conserve the nature. Now, I take the privilege of inviting a senior man of nature, I can say, Sri Panindra Kumar Rao Garu, Principal Chief Conservator of Forests, Kerala Government. Being a Forest Service officer, he always dedicated himself to preserve the rare species of plants, be it plants and be it livestock. So Panindra Kumar Rao Garu is a very instrumental person in seeing that much of the geographical land is covered with forests. So he's always relentless in his efforts to conserve forests and is a great youth motivator, speaking on and motivating them and initiating them towards environmental protection and sustaining ecological balance. So I take the opportunity to invite Sri Panindra Kumar Rao Garu to address on the eve of World Environment Day on its theme, It's Time for Nature. Sir, please.
Panindra Kumar, sir. Hello.
Kumar, sir, please address the gathering, sir. And this particular event, World Environment Day, is organized by the joint efforts of many organizations, because in Indian culture, we believe in the philosophy of contribution and cooperation more than competition.
Yeah,
Many people have joined hands. Yes, sir. Panindra Kumar, sir.
Please address the audience, sir.
Yes, sir. Please, sir. Panindra Kumar, sir, we request you to enlighten us on the importance of World Environment Day on its theme, It's Time for Nature. Sir, please.
Please address, sir.
Thank you very much, my dear sisters, brothers, and friends. Universe, our Earth is a very tiny one as compared to it. A part of it, only having life. When we see it, it's a feeling of vibration, and we all feel very good about the plant life and the animal life. But to call themselves as life, they depend on the non-living in and around, and that is the wonderful dynamics. The life, but the contributors and makers of life are important as well. The two ways sustain life in perpetuity. Here of the term environment, as all the have their own significant role in this wonderful dynamics. We, the most advanced form of life, play an important role to ensure enjoyment of all on earth. The smallest being on earth to all various natural forces bringing in this great dynamics. We have advanced, we say, but we have not done anything great if we become the reason for destabilizing this dynamics on. We only discover various factors and forces already existing in and on Earth and universe and feel good about our inventions. But no sooner do we challenge the nature and the creator of this wonderful universe and our Earth beyond the critical point, the caution comes to us to correct ourselves in our approach. The growing poorer quality of our environment is an alarm for all of us to go for correction, for sustaining the God-gifted life on Earth. Hence, in a nutshell, I would like to make an appeal through this excellent platform that we do all our acts in tandem with nature so that the precious life and the life giver, the space, the fire, the air, the water, and the don't get spoiled to endanger the dynamics between life and life creators. Happy Environment Day to one and all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Panindra sir, for your very valuable insights on nature. We have another prominent guest, a woman, a dynamic lady. We in Telangana, she is called as the leader and the bagpiper, being a bureaucrat, Srimati Shobha ma'am, Principal Chief Conservator of Forests, Telangana. She is the head of Forest and Environment in the state of Telangana. So Telangana being a state of grand, rich natural heritage, Shobha ma'am is very much instrumental in preserving the grand, rich natural and cultural heritage of Telangana. So we are very happy to have you here, ma'am. So please address today's occasion on the eve of World Environment Day and its theme, It's Time for Nature. Shobha ma'am, please.
Thank you, Bhargava. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Please go ahead.
Yeah.
Please go ahead.
Thank you, Sirisha Garu, Bhargava, Jaitalluri Garu, and especially good evening to Madam Governor of Telangana, all the chief guests, ma'am, Raja Kartikeya and Raja Krishna Garu, and Tom Sri. Dhanyavadalu to you for speaking. And Panindra, as well as Ramchandra Murthy Garu, who gave a nice, short, sweet message. Just keep on going ahead with what all and the guests of honor have spoken till now. Raja Kartikeya was mentioning action plans developed. Yes, the action plans are developed.
Madam, can you please come close to the speaker? We can't hear you.
Better now?
You have to be close to that. Yeah.
How is it now?
It's okay right now, but you have to be a little closer.
Ma'am, you there? Ma'am? Okay, there are some technical issues. I guess in the meanwhile, we'll go to the next guest. Next, I request Mr. Niranjan Shrungavarapu, Thana Foundation Chair, to address the group.
Thank you, Sirisha. And thank you, everyone who is really virtually participating in this great event. So, World Environment Day, Prapancha Paryavarana Dinotsavam. What is the theme for this year's World Environment Day? The theme is Time for Nature. So basically, we are in the pandemic situation with Corona. I think this is the time we should focus more into the nature, what we can do to the nature. That can be like raising the awareness about the issues overpopulation and global warming. So what is the purpose of this conducting this event from Thana and with the help of Jignasa and other organizations to build the awareness to address human overpopulation, global warming, pollution, etc., etc. Whatever the things can be done from our end, and primarily to raise the awareness to the people. So that's what Thana is always doing, that part, and raising the awareness to the community and as well as the best possible here in USA and India. I want to thank you all the participants and conducting this event. I want to thank you all the honorable guests, Tamil Sundarajan and Raja Krishnamurthy, all the senators, congressmen, and everybody, and Jai Garu for arranging this program, Sirisha Garu and Bhargava Garu for coordinating this wonderful program. Thank you, and wish you all the best for all the participants. Thank you.
Thank you, Niranjan Garu. Mrs. Shubha ma'am, you there?
She is reconnected.
Okay. And next, I request Mr. Anjay Chaudhary Lavu, Executive Vice President of Thana, to address the group.
మ్యూట్ లో ఉన్నారు అంజయ్ గారు.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. I'm extremely humbled and privileged to be part of this wonderful event and initiative. And protecting our environment is the need of the hour, as our ex-team, all the guests were mentioning, and I do concur and echo with that. And also, I would like to thank our President Jaital Luri and Sirisha Tunguntla, and of course, the entire leadership for their unconditional support for all the events, and especially this event. And also, our esteemed guest, Dr. Tamilisai Soundararajan, for gracing this event. Virtually, of course, event, and also delivering their heartfelt message. And we are very, very happy to be part of this event. So once again, I would promise from my side, I'll be succeeding Jaitaluri Garu for the next, after the term. So we'll definitely do all these good events once again, and we'll keep doing in future. So thank you all. And one last thing, I expect the same cooperation and your generosity, for all the events that we do in future from Thana. Thank you all. You all have a great day.
Thank you, Anjaya sir. So Thana is of good support in this particular event, in promoting this event across the states of United States. And many people, despite their busy schedules, they were very much involved in organizing this particular event. So thanks to the wonderful support from all the Thana team. As I have said before, this is not just a single person's or single organization's effort. It's an effort of many organizations who have relentlessly worked for making this dream come true. So I want to quote little stats regarding this event. This event is the India's largest environment festival ever happened on online, because we witnessed almost 5,000 plus participants, as Jay Garu has said, who are competing in 11 competitions in almost 200 Zoom slots, over 400 hours, and 350 renowned judges who are bureaucrats, academicians, are engaged to evaluate people on this program. And as advisor, Jignasa, Dr. Dirgas Vijay Bhaskar, who is ex-director, Department of Language and Culture, has said, we are doing this program not for program's sake, but for progress sake. And the other organizations who are very much involved in this particular activity, organization, Srinivas Reddy Garu and team, they have worked a lot in bringing up all the organizers and participants to a wonderful event. And Sri Anil Rachamalla Garu from Ennau Foundation, who have brought many prominent guests into this particular occasion, making this an enlivening occasion. From Anil Rachamalla Garu of Ennau Foundation have worked a lot for this particular event. And we also have Ravi Melodies supporting us with singers and judges. So these are the organizations who are very much involved in the organizing team. So we have got, I think, Shobha ma'am. Shobha ma'am.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Very much. So can we have
Jaitaluri Garu, can you hear me now? Very good. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Please, ma'am. Please, ma'am. We are looking for your address.
I don't know what happened. Suddenly it went blank. Anyway, I'm back. I'm glad that I'm back. So getting back to to carrying forward what the earlier speakers have said, every state has an action plan, and especially Telangana and Andhra Pradesh do have a climate action plan, and each and every department in the government have taken it up further. So for Forest Department, the main task was to not just go ahead planting trees inside their own forests or conserving their biodiversity. The other important task with Forest Department felt and was entrusted with was to bring up huge awareness among all the communities, be it the rural community as well as the urban communities, and make them participate in planting as well as protecting the trees they have planted. By increasing this green cover, we hope for a better climate in all over Telangana, and our increase in green cover will also attract the good rainfall. With this in mind, the Chief Minister of Telangana, Mr. K.C.R. Garu, has launched a program called Telanganaku Harita Haram, means for the state of Telangana, a green garland, by developing and nurturing a lot more of green cover, having a green garland all over the state so that we have a proper balanced climate all over the state. This program envisages planting of lot of trees every monsoon season, not only just inside forests, in the gram panchayats, in between the gram panchayats, as well as in the urban areas. And to ensure that this program is achieved and the goal is achieved, several laws were also in place, especially the Panchayat Raj Act for the rural local bodies emphasizes that 10% of any funds that a panchayat receives has to be channeled towards greening, only green schemes, green planning of the panchayat. Not just that, it also fixes the responsibility of the elected local body, mainly the sarpanch, who will be responsible for 85% of the survival of the any activity or trees planted in his gram panchayat, that is the rural village. The same condition has again been included in the Municipal or the Urban Local Bodies Act of the state, and it also fixes the responsibility on the municipal local bodies to ensure that 85% of the trees planted by them survive. The same norm is taken as a challenge by the Forest Department also, to make sure that in all their plantations, the survival is a minimum of 85%. So this program has been taken up since the past 5 years, and this is the 6th year which we are going ahead with the program. So far in the past 5 years, 182 crores of seedlings have been planted, and every year, twice in a year, their survival percentage is also monitored. Every plant planted is geo-referenced too. So till now, out of the 182 crores, the survival percentage is about 85%. And this year, with a lot of local body involvement, we are going ahead with our 6th round of Telanganaku Harita Haram, and hopefully in another couple of years, we are planning to achieve a target of 230 crores in the state and ensuring that 85% of them survive. With this survival, what is calculated and analyzed is that from 24% of green cover we have in the state, we are hoping to increase it to 33% and make sure that we have a cleaner and greener environment all around us, be it in rural areas as well as in urban areas. Not just that, another special program that is going on in Telangana is development of urban forest blocks. As mentioned by Raja Kartikeya, lot of urbanization is eating away the greenery, as well as people are encroaching upon the urban forest blocks also. To stop that, we have all over our urban forest blocks, we have fenced or built our walls all around them and have increased intense plantations inside the blocks, opened up small walkways and pathways for public and the local residents to go for their walks and breathe in fresh air and improve their health conditions. These are called our urban parks, and I'll just show you two books. This is the Haritaharam book, and have the climate resilient urban ecosystems in the whole of Telangana states. Till now, about 95 urban parks, not just in Hyderabad, even in all the districts, in the district headquarters too. 95 urban parks have been developed and opened for public. So this way, what we could learn a lesson is people's participation is very much important to protect our forests and environment and to increase our green cover. I'm glad to be a part of today's celebrations, and I thank Tana, Anil Rachamalla, and now, as well as Dignasa, for organizing all those excellent competitions for children. I thank you all and wish you all a very happy World Environment Day. Take time for nature and take care of Mother Earth. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. We are very happy to hear the wonderful measures the government of Telangana is taking in preserving nature for the future generations. The government of Telangana would be forefront in the country of India and in the world in showing direction to the world in preserving and conserving environment and sustaining ecological balance. Under your wonderful leadership, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot for joining us today on the eve of World Environment Day and giving us such a wonderful address. Thank you, ma'am. And now we have with us Sri Anil Rachamalla Garu from Ennow Foundation as one of the organizing partners. Anil Garu is a wonderful internet ethics and digital safety expert, and he's a world-renowned expert, and he's one of the probably the South Asia's largest internet ethics and digital safety expert. Sri Anil I request Anil Rachamalla Garu of Ennow Foundation to take up the environmental pledge on the eve of World Environment Day 2020. So before Anil Garu taking up the pledge, for the information of all the esteemed luminaries who are here, in this particular event, on the directions of Sri Jai Garu, Jai Taluri Garu, Vijay Bhaskar Garu, Anil Garu, so we have taken up an initiative. That initiative is every participant, every stakeholder of this particular event, be it participants, be it we organizers, we should first declare what are the 5 practical actions we are going to take post this World Environment Day to sustain and preserve nature related to the theme, it's time for nature. So everyone, every participant, almost all the 5,000 participants, they are taking up a sankalpa with the 5 practical actions in preserving nature. So that is very wonderful happiness happening that we are all witnessing. So now I request Sri Anil Rachamalla Garu of Ennow Foundation to come up with the pledge on the eve of World Environment Day 2020. Sir, please.
Thank you, Jignasa. Thank you, Tana, and all the associated organizations, Ravi Melodies, Jeho Bharatiyam, APNRTS, and UN. Thanks for allowing us to be part of this great event. It's an honor and privilege to serve for this cause. Just before I get into the pledge, I have just 2 slides. This is the largest ever online competition that we're trying to do. We actually tried to even talk to Guinness World Records, but they didn't accept formally because they required 7-day notice. We have over 6,000 participants right now. Competitions are held in English, Hindi, Telugu, Tamil, Kannada, and Malayalam. There are people who have registered from USA, Germany, Australia, Canada, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, France, and UK, Denmark, New Zealand, and of course, there are almost like 200 online webinar slots which have been engaged, almost like 400 plus continuous non-stop hours of engagement. There are more than 350 eminent academicians, 110 very highly learned scholars as part of these judges. So There are a lot of people who are behind this. Bharatiya, Jeho Bharatiyam, APNRTS, Ravi Melodies, Nendo Foundation. And without the support of the outreach partners, we will not be able to do it. There are great people working 24 hours a day from YUPP, MBA School, Telugu Moms, Kale University, Malini Perumallu, Kids, Tirumala Engineering, and SRK Institute of Technology. So we thank all of them for being part of this great event, without whom we are nowhere. Thank you once again for all the members for giving us an opportunity to be part of this great event. I also thank Governor Madam. I also thank the Head of Forest Service and Chief Principal Conservatory of Forest also, Madam. I am humbled, and the way that you wrote to me, you talked to me, the way you communicated, it reminded me of my grandmother every time talking. And also, sir, IFS officer, Mr. Rao, he's a highly learned person. It was wonderful interacting, and I've learned a lot from you, sir. And your message, both your messages, Shobha ma'am and Rao sir, your messages would go very fast. And honorable dignitaries from across the globe have been doing a great job. And thanks, Jay Garu, for accommodating so many foreign dignitaries as part of this show, and it's wonderful. And finally, I want to mention thank you, Sirisha, for making me part of this great event. So just before I go to pledge, there is something written dark which you will have to say after the at the end of the entire pledge. Everybody will say "I will," not by every line. At the last, everybody will say "I will." I will respect all living things and natural environment. I will keep environment unpolluted.
I will.
Support watershed management and afforestation.
I will.
I will not buy or sell endangered plants and animals.
I will not.
I will conserve non-renewable resources.
Will.
I will say no to plastic.
Will.
Respect environment where I am.
I will.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving us an opportunity. You may proceed with next person. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Anil Rajmal Garu and now Foundation. You're a big support for all the events that we are doing, and you're motivating us to do all this kind of big, huge events. Without your support and your direction, it's not possible. Once again, thank you from Tana for working with us, and thank you.
Thank you, sir.
భార్గవ్ అన్మ్యూట్ చేసుకోండి.
Thank you, Anil Rajmala Garu, for your wonderful address and wonderful pledge. We'll definitely uphold whatever pledge you have given to all of us, because that pledge was made with a lot of observation and vision, bringing out the practicality in all of us. So we just don't want to confine, again I'm repeating, we just don't want to confine to program. We want to dedicate ourselves for progress. A progress that definitely causes the human being, all the human community to dedicate themselves in preserving environment and ecology across the world. And now I take the privilege of inviting our advisor and the person, the man behind instrumentalizing all these particular events and this conceptualizing all these activities, Dr. Dirgasi Vijay Bhaskar sir, ex-director, Department of Language and Culture, Government of Andhra Pradesh, and our advisor, sir, I request Dr. Vijay Bhaskar to flag off the inaugural of all the events that are being conducted as a part of this World Environment Day celebrations. Sir, please.
Thank you, Bhargav. Thank you, everybody. And good morning, good evening to you all. Respected and Honorable Governor Madam of Telangana and other dignitaries who took part in the inaugural function, I hereby announce that the competitions in all the 11 areas are declared to have been commenced. Thank you. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, Vijay Bhaskar Garu. Without your direction, without your help, without your mentorship, these things are not possible. And thank you for supporting us, motivating us, and guiding us. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I am just only one along with you all.
Sir.
Thank you, sir.
Now we have another important organizing partner of this particular event, Sri Sareddy Srinivas Reddy Garu, Director, Jeho Bharatiyam. So Srinivas Reddy Garu is very much, apart from being a very good journalist, he is very active and keen in making this event a global event, bringing out many people across the globe with his wonderful contacts and network. So I request Sareddy Srinivas Reddy Garu to address and his experiences regarding this World Environment Day 2020. Sir, please.
హలో
ప్లీజ్ స్పీక్ అండి.
హలో, అందరికీ నమస్కారం అండి. ప్రధానంగా గౌరవనీయులు తెలంగాణ గవర్నర్ సుందరరాజన్ గారికి, కార్యక్రమానికి వచ్చిన పెద్దలందరికీ కూడా నమస్కారాలు. తానా అండ్ జిజ్ఞాస అండ్ జయహో భారత్యం అండ్ నౌ రవి మెలోడీస్, ఇట్లా అన్ని సంస్థలు కలిసి ప్రధానంగా తానా అండ్ జిజ్ఞాస ఈ సంయుక్తంగా నిర్వహించిన ఈ కార్యక్రమం పర్యావరణం గురించి 10 అంశాల్లో పోటీలు నిర్వహించారు. విద్యార్థుల్లో అండ్ యువతలో పర్యావరణం గురించి అవగాహన కల్పిస్తూ మన పంచభూతాలు అగ్ని, నీరు, వాయువు, ఆకాశం, ఇట్లా ఈ 5 అంశాలను మనం కాపాడుకొని మన మానవ జాతి మనుగడ కోసం మనం మళ్ళీ ముందు భావితరాలకి ఏ విధంగా మనం మెసేజ్ ఇవ్వాలనే అంశాన్ని భావితరాలకు అందించడం కోసం ఎటువంటి సందేశాన్ని ఇవ్వాలి అనే విషయాలను కూడా విద్యార్థులు అవగాహన కల్పించేందుకు ఈ పోటీలు మనం నిర్వహించాం. ఆ విధంగానే మనం ముందు సాగాం. దాదాపుగా 5,000 మందికి పైగా కూడా విద్యార్థులు ఈ పోటీల్లో పాల్గొంటున్నారు. ప్రధానంగా మన వాంగ్మయం, మన భారతీయ సనాతన సంస్కృతి వాంగ్మయంలో మన వేదాల్లో కానీ లేకపోతే ఉపనిషత్తుల్లో కానీ ఈ పర్యావరణం గురించి కానీ లేకపోతే ఈ పంచభూతాలు మనకి ఏ విధంగా ఉపయోగపడతాయి, వాటి యొక్క అంతరార్థం ఏంటి, మనం వాటిని ఎలా గౌరవిస్తే అవి మనకి ఎట్లా ఉపయోగపడతాయి అనే విషయాల గురించి కూడా చాలా గొప్పగా ఉన్నాయి. అదే ఇందాక వేద పండితులు మంత్రపుష్పం చదివారు. ఆ మంత్రపుష్పం అర్థం కూడా అదే. మనం ప్రకృతిని గౌరవిస్తే తిరిగి ప్రకృతి ఏ విధంగా మనల్ని ఎంత ఉపయోగపడుతుంది అనేది, ప్రకృతిని అదే విధంగా ఎలా మనం ఎంత దాన్ని నిరుపయోగం చేస్తే మనకి తిరిగి ఎంత ఎఫెక్ట్ వస్తుంది అనేది కూడా ప్రస్తుత కాలం తెలియజేస్తుంది. అందుకని మన అందరం కూడా ప్రకృతిని గౌరవిద్దాం, ప్రకృతిని కాపాడుకుందాం, ప్రకృతిని కాపాడుకొని తిరిగి మనం మంచి ప్రపంచాన్ని సృష్టించుకుందాం, భావితరాలకు కూడా అటువంటి మంచి ప్రపంచాన్ని అందిద్దామని నేను మనస్ఫూర్తిగా తెలియజేసుకుంటూ ఈ అవకాశాన్ని ఇచ్చిన పెద్దలందరికీ కూడా నమస్కారాలు.
Thank you, Srinivas Reddy Garu, for your wonderful and thought-provoking address. Definitely, all our youth should dedicate ourselves for the World Environment Day theme, that is, it's time for nature. So we should not spend our time only on this day. We should spend at least some point of our time on every day for the natural protection. Thank you, Srinivas Reddy Garu. Sri Shaka, please.
Next. థ్యాంక్ యూ నోట్ అయిపోయాక జనగణమని చెప్తానండి. విజయభాస్కర్ గారు.
ఓట్ ఆఫ్ థ్యాంక్స్. ఓకే,
జై గారు, ప్లీజ్ గో హెడ్ అండ్ గివ్ ది ఓట్ ఆఫ్ థ్యాంక్స్.
Once again, I want to thank అందరికీ ధన్యవాదాలండి. తానా కార్యవర్గం, శిరీష అండ్ టీం, తర్వాత జిజ్ఞాస, భార్గవ్ అండ్ టీం, తర్వాత అలాగే దీనికి సపోర్ట్ చేసిన అనిల్ రాజమల్ల గారు, ఎన్ఏ ఫౌండేషన్ కానీ, జైహో భారతీయం కానీ, ఇండియా మామ్స్ కానీ, ఏపీఎన్ ఆర్టిస్ట్ కానీ, ఇలా ప్రతి ఒక్క ఆర్గనైజేషన్కి ప్రత్యేక ధన్యవాదాలండి. ఎందుకంటే మీ అందరి హెల్ప్ లేకపోతే ఇంత చక్కటి కార్యక్రమం జరిగేది కాదు. అలాగే విజయ్ భాస్కర్ గారు, మీ మీ సపోర్ట్ మాటలతో చెప్పేది కాదు. ప్రతి ఒక్కళ్ళు కూడా పిలవగానే వచ్చినందుకు గవర్నర్ డాక్టర్ తమిళసాయి సౌందరరాజన్ గారికి, అలాగే రాజా కార్తికేయ గారికి, కాంగ్రెస్మెన్ టామ్ సోజీ, రాజా కృష్ణమూర్తి గారు, అండ్ rest of the dignitaries, honorable, who came and inaugurated this అందరికీ, ప్లస్ మా సహచర కార్యవర్గం, మా బోర్డ్ చైర్మన్ హరీష్ కోయా, నిరంజన్ గారు, ఫౌండేషన్ చైర్మన్ అండ్ ప్రెసిడెంట్ ఎలెక్ట్, అండ్ రెస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ది టీమ్ మెంబర్స్, ఎగ్జిక్యూటివ్ కమిటీ, బోర్డ్ అండ్ ఫౌండేషన్, ప్రతి ఒక్కరికి ప్రత్యేక ధన్యవాదాలు తెలుపుకుంటూ, దీనికి తానా నుంచి శిరీష టీంలో చాలా మంది లోకల్ పీపుల్ ఆల్ ఓవర్ యుఎస్ నుంచి వర్క్ చేశారు, వాళ్ళకి, ఇండియా నుంచి చేసిన వాళ్ళకి తెలుపుకుంటూ, ఐ విష్ ఆల్ ద బెస్ట్ టు ద పార్టిసిపెంట్స్. వన్స్ అగైన్ థ్యాంక్ యూ
వెరీ మచ్ జై గారు. నిజంగా మీరు లాస్ట్ టైం నేను చెప్పినట్టుగానే చాలా సహృదయతో, అంటే మేము అసలు తానాతో ఒక ఫ్యామిలీ ఫీలింగ్ మాకు వచ్చిందండి. ఆల్ ది తానా ఆర్గనైజర్స్, సో ఆల్మోస్ట్ మేము ఒక 2-3 డేస్ మాట్లాడుకోపోతుంటేనే లైక్ వీఆర్ ఫీలింగ్ దట్ వీఆర్ ఫ్యామిలీ అపార్ట్. సో అంతగా మాకు అటువంటి అద్భుతమైనటువంటి వసుదైక కుటుంబాన్ని తానా మాకు ఇచ్చింది. సో జై గారు కానీ, అంజయ్ చౌదరి గారు కానివ్వండి, నిరంజన్ శృంగవరపు గారు కానీ, హరీష్ కోయ గారు కానీ, అందరూ కూడా చాలా చాలా పెద్దలు, చాలా అద్భుతంగా కూడా మా అలాంటి అన్ని ఆర్గనైజేషన్స్తో అసోసియేట్ అవడానికి మీరు ముందుకొచ్చి నిజంగా చాలా రైట్ డైరెక్షన్లో మీరు స్పేర్ హెడ్ చేస్తూ మమ్మల్ని అందరినీ కూడా గైడ్ చేస్తున్నారు. సో ముఖ్యంగా జైతాల్లూరి గారు కంటిన్యూస్గా, అంటే రెగ్యులర్గా కూడా ఆయన ఇంకెవరన్నా గెస్ట్లు మనకు తీసుకురావాలా, ఇంకేమన్నా ఇది బాగా చేయాలా, లైక్ ఈజ్ ఆల్వేస్ వెరీ యాక్టివ్ ఇన్ సజెషన్స్. అట్ ద సేమ్ టైం మేము ఏదన్నా ఇచ్చినా సరే ఈజ్ ఓపెన్ టు అడ్వైజెస్. అండ్ ఆబ్వియస్గా మీరు యంగ్ అమ్మ, యూత్ అమ్మ, మీరే చేయాలి, జస్ట్ మేము గైడెన్స్ వరకే ఉన్నామని చెప్పేసి కంటిన్యూస్గా కూడా మమ్మల్ని చాలా ఎంకరేజ్ చేస్తున్నారు. సో వెరీ స్పెషల్ థ్యాంక్స్ టు జైతాల్లూరి సార్. రియల్లీ నిజంగా అంటే ఒక కుటుంబం లాగా మేము మీ అందరితో ఫీల్ అవుతున్నాం. థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్ సార్.
మన అందరి తరపున జైతాల్లూరి గారికి జై.
థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్. థ్యాంక్ యూ. మీకున్న మాకు కూడా అదే వసుదైక కుటుంబం అని, ఈ కోవిడ్ లోంచి వచ్చిన, నేను ఇంతకుముందు చెప్పినట్టు ఒక గొప్పతనం ఏంటంటే మనకి అందరినీ కలుసుకోవటం, మీ అందరితో కలిసి పనిచేయగలగటం, తానా అందరికీ, అంటే ఈ ప్లాట్ఫామ్ అందరికీ ఎక్స్టెండ్ చేయగలగటం, మా తానా ప్లాట్ఫామ్. మీరందరూ కూడా మాకు ఇప్పుడు ఏంటంటే తానాల సభ్యులుగానే మాకు భావన కలుగుతుందండి. థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్ వన్స్ అగైన్.
అండ్ అవర్ స్పెషల్ థ్యాంక్స్ టు గవర్నర్ మ్యామ్ తమిళసాయి సౌందరరాజన్. సో చాలా వండర్ఫుల్గా, చాలా హెక్టిక్ షెడ్యూల్ ఉన్నప్పటికీ కూడా ఈరోజు మన ఈవెంట్కి వచ్చారు ఆవిడ. అండ్ ఆల్ ది కాంగ్రెస్మెన్ అండ్ ఆల్ ద డెలిగేట్స్ ఫ్రమ్ UN ఫర్ జాయినింగ్ టుడేస్ అకేషన్. అండ్ అదేవిధంగా ఈ పర్టికులర్ కార్యక్రమంలో ప్రైజెస్ని సపోర్ట్ చేస్తూ మల్లేని లక్ష్మయ్య గ్రూప్ వాళ్ళు కొంత సపోర్ట్ ఇచ్చారు. సో థ్యాంక్స్ టు మల్లేని లక్ష్మయ్య గ్రూప్ ఆఫ్ కాలేజెస్, అండ్ థ్యాంక్స్ టు ద అవుట్రీచ్ పార్ట్నర్స్, వివా స్కూల్ బై VVIT, Ambitus World School, KL University, Tirumala Engineering College, it's KKR and KSR Institute of Technology and Sciences, SRK Institute of Technology. సో వీళ్ళందరూ కూడా అవుట్రీచ్ పార్ట్నర్గా ఈ ఈవెంట్ మన దేశవ్యాప్తంగా, అదేవిధంగా ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ వ్యాప్తంగా వెళ్ళడానికి హెల్ప్ చేశారు. అండ్ ఇన్ అవర్ ఆర్గనైజింగ్ టీమ్ we have organizers from all the states, and the beauty of this event is it is not just organized by people of Telugu states, it is organized by people across India. Our organizing team organized from Haryana, Mahika Arora and team, organized from Maharashtra, Rajan Thakur and team, organized from Assam, Dev Kumar and Anamika and team, organized from Kerala, Binsi Narakesari and team. So Binsi is very crucial in giving us the wonderful questions for quizzing. And we have organizers from Karnataka, Bhanupriya, Rekha Krishnamurthy and team. So organizations across the country are very very instrumental in doing this particular initiative with diversified participants from across the country and across the world. So thanks to everyone, and thanks to Almighty for giving us the opportunity to serve you through serving Mother Nature. Thank you. Sirishaka for Janagana Manaka, please.
Please. అందరూ
unmute చేయండి.
అందరూ అన్మ్యూట్ చేసి జనగణమన నుంచోవాలేమో.
पंजाब जमुना गंगा
जागे शीश मागे तव मंगल जय है भरत भाग्य
विधाता
जय है जय है जय है जय जय
జై హింద్. Thank you all.